Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're falling down the mountain. Oh, okay. Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and we're checking out a new game here on the channel called Frontier Pilot Simulator. Now, the developer of the game reached out to me and asked if I'd like to try the game out. It sounded like kind of a neat concept. We're controlling this spacecraft and kind of doing like these deliveries that we have to make, and you can upgrade your ship and stuff. But let's jump in and we'll try the game out. Now, I did try this out a little bit beforehand to try to get a sense of what it was like to play and control the ship, and definitely it's a little bit tricky to manage. So here's how we fly the ship. But you know, basically, you can use the keyboard for this, or you can use a controller. Now I'm gonna opt to use the controller because I feel like it gives a little bit more refined sort of I don't know, like a little more refined control when you're trying to handle things. But the ship we start off initially kind of behaves a little bit like a helicopter. We only have a limited ability to move it around, so we're gonna try and manage this as best we can. It is definitely tricky to control this thing because it's, like I said, it's kind of like a helicopter, but you have to like control the engines and turn everything on and off and stuff. But cool camera controls and stuff. We can see all the way around. This is our fancy little starting ship here. Now, there's not a lot to this thing. Like I said, you just kind of fly it around and pick things up. But we can upgrade the ship later on, so we can get something that's got a little bit more power, some different flight options. So there's a way to actually lock the... Alright, first things first, we need to get this thing off the ground. So hold down the right trigger, that starts up the engine. Get ourselves up in the air a little bit. Now there is a way to actually set the engine thrust at a particular level. Oh, no, 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 no. Woo, that was close. It's a little bit tricky to manage this thing. Like I said, it's... Oh, no! Oh, as I touch down for landing again unintentionally. So the right stick controls the camera. So everything that you're controlling with the ship is actually using the left stick. And for some reason I have trouble getting used to that because I'm normal... You know, used to like flight controls on a game where, you know, the right stick controls like pitch and yaw and that kind of stuff, and the other one controls like, I don't know, other directions. I can't think of the terms right now, but nevertheless, we kind of float this thing in a little bit. It's almost like flying a helicopter, like I said. But the really tricky part is coming in for a landing at the right speeds and things, because if you get too close to the terrain, you bounce right off of it, you blow your ship up, and then you have to go right back to where you were. You lose your cargo and everything, which, whoa, is not a good thing. Okay, no, nope, nope, nope. Touch it down. Touch it down. Oh, gosh. All right, there we go. We did it. Okay. We've arrived. Now, moor the ship according to the markings. So we have to, like, drive the little ship here forward and then back it onto the spot. And when we get it located in the right spot, we actually get the option to open up the cargo bay, and that, of course, will let us pick up the cargo so that we can take it to wherever we have to go. Let's park it right in here. Okay, open the trading terminal by pushing A. That lets us grab whatever it is we need to grab. So in this case, it's actually these advanced colonial B2 rations we have to get. I remember how to select them. Okay, there we go. Buying the rations. So we have those. They're loaded onto our little cargo ship. Which is cool. I can see that the fuel level there, we've come down a little bit, so I'm going to recharge that. Get that back up to full. Okay, we're ready to go. Loading complete. Containers have been secured. Close the shop with B. Okay, so we have our first cargo load on here. You can see we have $1,632 up there at the very, very top right. And now we have to take this cargo off to where it needs to be delivered. And I can't for the life of me remember how to actually set my engine thrust. I should have read through those instructions a little more closely. That one actually does the engine. There we go. Now we've got the engine thrust. Okay, so you have to click it on the left stick. So over there, you can see on the little heads-up display where we have to sell our rations. So the tricky part is the faster you go forward with this, the more you push forward, the more the ship tends to go downward. So you kind of have to counter that with additional upward thrust. And we're coming in close. Your ship can get damaged, though, so you have to be kind of a little careful. And you can see the power bar on the left-hand side there. I can kind of tweak it a little bit. Man, when you start going upwards, it really goes upwards. I mean, you can shut the engines off, but then you start to drop really quick. Okay, let's get some thrust back in here so we can counter this. No, I gotta turn that. There we go. I forgot to set the stabilized engines there again. Okay, give me more thrust. She's coming in hot. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that took. Oh yeah, it wasn't so good. I gotta work on my finesse with handling this thing. Okay, so we have that. Let's shut the engines down. We're back on the ground. This is where we're gonna sell the rations, so I can just have to drive this into place. You can see I took at the bottom there. You can see the percentages. I think I took a little bit of damage with that touchdown. It's a little bit heavier than I wanted it to be. That's okay. We got here intact. We didn't blow up. I feel like that's a win for the most part. Let's just get this better positioned right in here. Okay, we go back into the trade interface, and then we should be able to sell. Okay, so we delivered cargo. The colonists will be fed. Let's recharge the engines again. That'll earn us a little bit of money. So we're at 4,842 kilograms. Cargo's delivered. Okay, so I don't see anything else here we can pick up. Okay, now there should be like a map kind of thing in here that will show us the different types of equipment they have in different places in terms of like necessary items. So this one, they want advanced colonial B2 rations, which we just dropped off. They also need water in 50-liter bottles. Over here we have mule class chassis. I guess that's available items that I can get. So I guess I can improve my chassis there, which would be good, given how hard I touched down. I have rations here. More rations there. Oh, actually, they need rations there. So it looks like we're probably going to go back and buy some more rations. They're buying for 2,225 there, where over here they're only buying for 1937, but it's actually really close. It's kind of a short trip. Up here, they have a passenger we can pick up, but they also need protein ration C1, which I don't have access to, it looks like. There's the water in the bottles that are also needed here. 2007, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how the whole pricing structure works exactly. But let's go maybe get the water bottles, and we'll bring them back over here. So I think we can actually put like markers on the map. If I can figure out... There we go. So we'll put like a waypoint on there. So that's where we're going to go get the water bottles. Get our ship taking off here. And we'll just head towards that waypoint that I set. Pick up our cargo over there. We'll bring it back here, and that should give us a little bit more money. So we're at 4,829. As we earn money, we can do upgrades on the ship, which is kind of cool. It's all about, like, slow and easy movements with this game. You don't want, like... You're not trying to fly like a fighter. Let's see, look at that. I've got the engines way up, and... Okay, there we go. We finally countered the drift downward, and now I'm going back up again. I need, like, fighter control here. I can't get just the right balance here. Okay, float it in, and then shut the engines down just as we touch. Oh, yeah, that was a good landing, that one. Okay, so we didn't pound that one into the pavement this time. I feel like that's probably going to do good things for our ship. Whoever our mechanic is, I think, should appreciate that flying right there. Because, like I said, handling this thing is actually pretty tricky. It took me a little bit of playing around with it before I started recording to kind of figure out how that was all going to work. But so we have to back into this docking space here so we can do the interface again. Okay, open up the... There we go. So, empty G-type batteries. No, that's not what I want. I was looking for water bottles. Now, it said that they had them available. But that doesn't look like that's an item I can purchase. I wonder if they're just sitting out here on the ground somewhere I can pick them up. It's kind of a little hard to tell. So, let's zoom in. Can we zoom in? Is it going to show me a layout? No, it's not. Oh, wait, no. Necessary items. Oh, no. They need the water bottles. They don't have them. Oh, drat. We have a passenger available back there now. They need water bottles also. All right. Well, that did not at all work out the way I was expecting it to. So, empty G-type batteries. I don't think they have them available also. Shoot. Okay, so everybody has batteries available, necessary items, empty G-type batteries, 1351. Okay, so they actually need them. So I can grab the batteries here. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Now, for some reason, I thought it said that the water bottles were available up here, but I totally messed up. But that's okay, because we can still buy the batteries, and we'll take them over to that other delivery point, and we'll make some money off of that. So we'll snag those. Now, they have a fragile marker on them, which means that you have to be careful how you handle the ship, because if you bounce it around too much or bang it off of things, then you kind of end up in a really bad position where the cargo you're trying to deliver is damaged, and then it doesn't work as well. So that's hooked up. Let's set a waypoint over here for the batteries. G-type batteries for drones. Oh, they actually have them charged up afterwards. You bring the empties over here, and then you can... And then they have like the actual charged ones. Okay, so let's get this thing off the ground again. It's kind of neat how it handles. It's actually really... I found, the hardest part I found with trying to get used to flying this thing was managing the fact that the right control stick works the camera angle entirely and nothing to do with the actual ship. That took a lot for me to get used to. I kept trying to use the right control stick to try to make adjustments, and you can't do that. So I had to keep tweaking it. But once you get some forward momentum, you can just sort of let this thing coast, I guess. It's not the fastest ship going, but there is a passenger there we can pick up too. We're already going to be going right by here, so maybe we'll pick up this passenger on the way by. Oh, that and the right control stick is not like a reverse the way it would be with like a normal flying game. So getting used to that's kind of tricky too. Let's crank the engine up. We got to touch down here safely, hopefully. Okay. Pitch it just a little bit forward. Engine down. Come on, touch down safely. Hey, mate, will you drop me to the Spaceport Atlassian 1 base? Okay, so he doesn't have to go very far, I don't think, which is good. Okay, so if we back up here, then I think we can open up the doors and let him in. And hopefully we can bring in, like, cargo and stuff at the same time. The door's open. There we go. Oh, nice. Okay, he's going in, so we'll have a passenger on board, plus the cargo we have to deliver. Oh, I dropped somebody off. Oh, wait, there's 2 people there. Open the hatch. I'm going to ride outside. What? You don't want to ride outside, man. Okay, so passenger pickup complete. We have passengers ready. Spaceport Atlassian is on the way, so we'll drop off the first passenger here on the way by. Oh, actually, how do I undo... I'm inside, let's go to the spaceport. Okay, so how do I undo... Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go there, and then our second point will be over here with the spent batteries. So hopefully we'll get like a sort of a double commission here by making the drop off for the passenger, and then heading on, we'll make the rest of the delivery. Oh, getting a little bit too much downward momentum. Okay, so that pattern there is where I need to drop the passenger off. That circle with the square in the middle of it is where we need to go. And this is actually where we can do some ship upgrades too. So maybe we have... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're coming in hot here. I feel like things got a little bit trickier to control here, but that's okay. So we'll just glide it right in. 44 meters, 40 meters. We're coming in soft and easy. All right, shut on the engines. Oh, that was a bit of a bit of a harder touchdown than I thought. I thought we were a little closer to the ground. I should have looked at the indicator. We've arrived. Open the hatch. Oh, you'll get out right here. Is that what you're gonna do? All right. Enjoy. So we have 4568. Is he gonna give me some money for this trip? I hope he does. Dr. Allen, what's his face? He's, where's he going exactly? He's just sort of wandering off. He's decided, I'm here at the spaceport. I'm the only person here, apparently, because I don't see anyone else walking around. Thanks, mate. You deserve credit. 327 credits. So we got 327 credits for dropping him off. Let's close the hatch back up. Someone else still has somewhere to go. So we have another passenger on board already, I think. This isn't where I need to be. Okay. Well, who is it exactly that isn't where they're supposed to be? I don't understand. Let's go inside and see what kind of upgrades we can get on the ship. This is kind of cool. It's got like this big arm thing that goes out and snags your ship and pulls it in. It's pretty sweet. Still got our cargo on the back there. Get rid of that, I guess. All right, so we have the only improvement it looks like we can get is this this improved chassis, which is 999. I think we'll be fine. So we can grab this. So here you can buy a new ship OX. Her price is 10,000 credits. Use Y to buy. We don't have 10,000 credits. We'll get there, but we don't have it right now. So let's go ahead and we'll get a new chassis on this thing. And it's kind of cool how the little robot arms come out and they take all the parts off and they put them back on. The only thing I find is that if you're playing this for a long period of time, You have to sit and watch those animations, so you can't, like, skip past it sort of thing. At least I don't think you can. Not that I've noticed, anyway. So we have the basic chassis, and now we're putting on the Mule class chassis, which gives us plus 20% rigidity. And hopefully will let us absorb some of those heavy landings a little easier. We also do have a little bit of damage to the ship, so the hull's at 95%, wings at 99%. Chassis and battery. Use X to repair the ship for 10 credits. So we're going to repair the ship also. Alright, our ship is all repaired. We have the new chassis installed, so now the big robotic arm hauls us back out of the shop. And they're super courteous, too, because it'll, like, turn you around and point you the right direction so you're not facing into the hangar. Make it a little bit easier for takeoff. Okay, we're off to hit our next waypoint now. So we can go and make that delivery. It's actually straight ahead of us, so this one should be a relatively short trip. Just gotta make sure we don't crash into anything here. But I think it's this spaceport that's actually right here across this little bit of water. So, fortunately, quick and easy delivery after we got our upgrades done. Now, we have a little less than 4,000 credits, but we want to get to the point where we have more than 10,000 so that we can get that new ship upgrade. There are different islands in this game. We start off initially on this first island with the one ship type, but ultimately we want to be able to make deliveries to those other islands because they pay more money. This little ship, though, doesn't have enough battery power in order to make those deliveries, so we have to kind of use... Man, this is not... I'm not handling this thing well at all. So we need to do a bunch of deliveries on this first island so that we can get enough money to get that next ship. Come on, how about you just cooperate just a little bit here for me? Come on, let's get that new chassis out there. Show me those wheels. There we go. Touch it in nice and soft, because we do have fragile cargo on board. We don't want to mess with that too much. Alright, let's shut the engines down. Perfect. Nailed it. Alright, that was a good landing, actually. Okay, so now we back in here. And we'll open up our trade interface again. And that will, hopefully... Where's my... Why isn't it giving me the option? There we go. Okay, so now we can drop off the cargo that we have. We'll sell those for $13.51, so now we're up over 5,000 credits, so that's pretty good. Now, G-type batteries are something we could pick up. Let's recharge the fuel. Man, we went through quite a bit there, actually. And we do have a passenger on board, I think. This isn't where I need to be. So somebody keeps telling us they need to go somewhere else. I guess the drop-off is over here? Okay, we're coming in on that the port where it has the deliver the passenger mission. Now, again, I don't know if this is somebody intending to get on board the ship, or if this is the one that's on the ship telling me they weren't not in the right spot. No, I can see colonist Sarah Connor is down there on the ground. I think. Yeah, there's the colonist like right there. I wonder what happens if I put the ship right on top of them. Did they go splat? I feel like that's a possibility. Okay, we just. Actually got a little bit too much of a boost. It's coasted. Actually, this is probably a really good rate of descent right now. So we'll put it in right on target. In the dirt. Whatever. Other than that, you're gonna ride it out. You're gonna ride outside. How about you ride inside? That would probably be the better place to go. Okay, see, there is a colonist right there. And they're wandering off. Okay, so I actually... Weird. Okay, so I had to drop somebody off and pick somebody up. We're here. Open the hatch. All right. Okay. Thanks for the flight. I don't know who that was. Some phantom person on board my ship. Are they going to pay me at least? I flew them all over the place. Thanks for the flight. Take away this heavy container and deliver it to the spaceport. What heavy container? Oh, okay. There must be a container here somewhere. Ooh, look at that ship. It's got like fancy coloring and stuff. Okay, so... Where is the container I have to go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's a container over there. Let's close up the door since we have our passenger on board. Cargo Spaceway CF-13 is moored to the spaceport. Let's make sure we get that engine's locked there. Oh, look at that. So the amount of thrust required to go up changes as you have a different cargo load on board, too. That's kind of cool. I imagine it will probably change also based on like the... I know this isn't your place, but we got to pick up this container, and I think it's supposed to go to Bridgeport also, so that might work out pretty well. Okay, so this container here... we're going to want to bring this into the ship, but I think we actually have to position the ship in order to pick it up. Try to spin this around a bit. Oh my gosh, this is so hard to handle sometimes. Alright, we're on the ground. Safe and sound. Now I need to back up the ship to this container, I think, to pick it up. If we just back it in this way... Oh man, camera angles are a little hard to manage. Okay, so there we go. I have that. I think if we drop this, then I can pick up the container this... Yeah, there we go. Okay, we have our container attached. I know, you're gotta go to Bridgeport. Where is Bridgeport? It's down here. Okay, so it looks like we have... I don't know, cargo drop we're supposed to do here? I think that's what that downward arrow is for. So let's hit up this thing for the cargo drop. And then we'll take this person to Bridgeport so she'll stop complaining at me. We're still on the same island, obviously, so it should be a relatively simple trip. And you can see how the amount of thrust required to take off has changed now because, of course, we have a different load on board. We're not just carrying a person anymore. Ooh! Alright, there's the ship. It just popped in. It was maybe a bit of a high... Oh my gosh. I don't have enough lift to get over this... No, 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 don't crash! Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. It's already... The engines are maxed out. Oh, no! I had the engines maxed out, but we just weren't getting the altitude we needed to clear that thing. And unfortunately, when you put it in reverse, you lose altitude. Okay, yeah, so it flies in here, and then it's going to give me back my ship at least, so I don't have to worry about starting all over again with a brand new ship. Now, I don't know if that's true only of the beginning ship. Oh, look, we can have an accessory available, too. Mongoose engines with extra diffractors, power plus 30%. I kind of want to buy that. Let's get those installed. So we'll upgrade our ship as long as we're here. We get a little bit more lift. That'll help us carry a heavier cargo load. And then maybe we won't have that problem with smacking into the side of a mountain. Alright, we have crazy amounts of wind here, but I can see the container sitting on the side of the mountain. Like, I'm pretty sure that's where I smacked my ship in. Right into the side of things. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to touch down and pick up this container. I wonder if I can get it while I'm flying. I can't open the cargo door, so we might be able to. This is going to take some tricky positioning, though. I've got too much thrust. I'm going way up here. Cargo crash, mission failed. No! Okay, so apparently it was a little bit of a bug. I failed the mission, even though the cargo was like right there. Maybe I had to get it within a certain amount of time, but I finally got myself almost positioned in the right spot. Man, the wind is really... I've got low charge of the batteries. Come on. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! We're falling down the mountain! Oh, okay. Alright, note to self, don't try to recover the cargo in high wind conditions. That's generally not a good way to go when you're trying to work with really rocky terrain. Let's just drift in here, and we can back up to this cargo and load it up. And I think it's actually going to the spaceport that's right up above us, so this will be like a really quick delivery. Hopefully. We can get this backed in here. Open up the door, grab our cargo. Thank you very much. So this is going for the cargo spaceway, which is right up above. This time we have plenty of thrust, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Deliver this cargo to the cargo platform in the cargo spaceway, which is this ship that's like right up above here, which is really cool. Gotta make sure I'm not underneath it. I don't really want to fly up and smack into the bottom of this thing. That would be bad news, bears. Okay, we can just swing the camera around here. Slow down our ascent a bit because we're going really fast. Okay, come on. Okay, let's recenter my camera. There we go. Keep forgetting about the ability to recenter the camera. It makes it a lot easier when you've kind of lost perspective on where your camera's facing. Okay, let's touch this in nice and slow. Do a little forward movement here. We can get over top of the ship. Not too much though, because if we go too fast, then we end up in a place where we're just going to overshoot. Coming in a little hotter than I want to. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's good. Perfect touchdown. Sweet. Okay, so can I just drop this off anywhere? Do they need it at a particular place? I don't see, like... Oh. Okay, we're in the landing zone. Does this count? Doesn't look like it. It's not green. I don't know. 27.7. Do I just... I don't know. Do I just drop the cargo, like, right here? I guess we'll try putting it down. We'll see what happens. Ah, there we go. Thanks for the delivery, mate. All right, so we got that taken care of. Another load done. How much are you going to pay me for this one? We're at 5,500. A new ship can be purchased in the hangar, but we don't have the money for it. It takes like 10,000. Buy a new ship is our next mission. So outside of that, I guess we just have to do... Did they even pay me? Come on, guys. It just... Do you realize how long that delivery was? I had to fly, like, up. It was a super complex trip. Okay, so it looks like that's it for the missions at the moment, aside from buying a ship. So we're going to have to do a little bit of our own sort of bartering here and try to find things we can pick up and drop off. So there's a passenger here that we can pick up. So we'll go grab that passenger. They also have empty G-type batteries. And empty G-type batteries here. So it looks like I can buy them for 200 here. Or is it a quantity 200? I'm not even sure. Maybe it's quantity 200. And these guys want like 1350. So we can pick up batteries and we can pick up a passenger up top there. We'll go for a little 2-for-1 mission. Get paid for the delivery and we'll get paid for the batteries also. All right, we're coming up fast on Bora here, but as you can see, it's very windy. We're actually going like straight into the wind. I'm pretty sure it's like right below me here at this point. Let's get the wind shear thing off. Yeah, okay, so this is where we've got to touch down, but it's really, really windy, so it's going to be a bit of a tricky landing, I think. Reduce the power on the engines, let us fall for a little bit. As we get a little closer to the ground, we'll of course want to crank up the engines again to slow that descent. Altitude indicator on the right, you can see us coming in fast. Get a little more forward movement into the wind. Okay, let's slow down that descent a little bit. All right, perfect, perfect. So far, so good. A little more power here because we're going to be backing up, which is going to cause us to lose altitude. Nice. Just float this right in. We've got our cargo, and then we got our passenger second, because we can drive over to where the passenger is, I think. Flare it a little bit. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no. The wind. The wind. All right, let's just touch it down. Oh, that was a little higher up than I thought it was. All right, well, it's okay, though. We landed all right. I don't think we took any real damage there. I'm having trouble driving this thing right now. Okay, we got it parked in place. Let's refuel again because we're totally out of that. Well, not totally out, but we're more than halfway down. So we'll get that all recharged. We'll buy these empty G-type batteries, which again are fragile, so we have to be a little bit careful with them. They're now on board. 500 units at 200. Okay, so that was the cost, not the quantity. So we're buying them at 200 and selling them at 1350. So we should pocket, you know, $1,100 or something. Once we get rid of like the cost of fuel and stuff, it'll be around there anyway. Rather than fly over here, we'll just drive over. We'll pick up this passenger and figure out where they're going. Go make our deliveries and pocket some coin. All aboard! This train's leaving station. Get on here quick, man. Man, he's slow. Passenger on board. Okay, where does he need to go? I don't think it's told me yet. Let's go to Bridgepoint. Okay, so he's got to go to Bridgepoint, which is down here. Same place I need to take the batteries. That's really handy. Sweet. This should be a relatively easy one, hopefully. All right, we have a problem. Attention, radar broke down. My engine's cut out for a second. I'm not sure what's going on. They went into, like, reverse power mode. Oh, the gate's open. Maybe that's why. Okay, hold on. So we have the door closed now. We're flying with the door open. Our radar's broken, so I can't tell anymore. I don't have my heads-up display indicator to show me where we need to go. And I've actually... Oh, man, we overshot the island. Where am I on map-wise? I can't even pull up the map. Okay, there's Bridgepoint over there. Man, we got way off course somehow. This is really confusing. Okay, I gotta get down. Gotta get down closer to the ground. Somehow we got up super high. Okay, welcome to Bridgepoint. We've got to get this thing on the ground now safely. If we come in too hot, the cargo we're carrying is fragile, but then, you know, we also don't want to blow up the passenger we're carrying because, you know, that usually makes for a bad day for everyone. Oh, we're above the building. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're on the ground. Oh, I knocked the post over. We've arrived. Open the hatch. So we have the colonist out. And then from here, we'll go over, drop off our cargo and refuel. Nice. He paid 431 credits. Let's see. We'll get another... Should make another 1,000 in profit off of the cargo, so that's pretty good. Like 1,400 or 1,500 for that trip overall. All right, we're in place. Let's sell off our cargo now. That's going to get us 1,351. Let's refuel. Ready for another delivery. All right, I'm going to call it a wrap for today. That's we're at $7,000 so far. We need to get to 10,000 in order to get that next ship. This has been Frontier Pilot Simulator. Again, it's available on Steam. I think it came out at the end of January. The developer was, though, kind enough to provide a code so I could play it, which is, it's actually pretty fun. I kind of want to get the next ship, so we might come back and do this again. I want to see what that next ship handles like and see what the other islands are like. Because the island we're on now, this is the one we're at. It's just, you can see it's relatively small, but like way out here, there's all these indicators on the edge of the map. It's because there are like, there's a trawler out here in the middle of nowhere. It's like sailing in the water or something, so you might have to like do like a water landing. There's another big island out here that you can work from. But all these indicators on the edge of the map are different delivery points you can make. It's just that the ship we have doesn't really have enough fuel to fly over top of all that water. I did try it out early on and see if I could make it over there, but it's just not going to work. It's just too far. You end up crashing in the water. So this island, I think, is really more about learning how to play the game. And then later on, you kind of get the opportunity to go fly over there when you get a better ship, and then you can try those other deliveries, which is pretty cool. But leave a comment below if you like this game and you'd like to see some more of it. You can, of course, purchase it on Steam. I'll have the link to the Steam shop to buy this down below. Thanks, everyone, for checking out the video. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.